it's Martin from Motocross Advice, and we are back with a new episode of dirt bike riding tips. Today I want to talk about starts, and this is something that I haven't touched too much in my YouTube channel. I have a whole separate course about starts in my online riding course, but I want to take this opportunity and talk about here as well. So there are a few very important steps you want to get right when we talk about starts. Obviously, it's the first step, it's body positions, it's the gear choice you are having, and it's the launch, how you go off the gate and how to be the fastest to the first corner. So there are some really important steps that you need to follow, and let's go over these steps with you. The first thing when we talk about starting is that we always start from the second gear. The reason is that the first gear it's only for taking off, but the first gear is so short that you need to gear up immediately. But if you want to be on the right body positions and get off properly from the gate, you can't afford to start changing gear up as soon as you hit off the gate. So second gear provides you enough power to get you off from the gate, and it also provides you enough kind of power in order to reach to the midfield of the starting line that you can gear up to the third gear. That is the reason. Just the first gear is too short and it doesn't provide you any speed in the starting line. When we are on the second gear, second step, we are sitting in front in the pocket of the seat. Our both legs are touching the ground. So that means, and the body position, upper body goes front on the front tire. That means that our body weight is distributed to the front. Of course, it's good if you have a start launch control. I don't have it, but the thing is that you need to be in the front as much as possible. So the next thing, we are in the second gear, our body is in front and the clutch is engaged. One additional thing, I like to use also a little bit front brake because this keeps my dirt bike on the spot. Now the 5-second board is up. I'm putting the throttle to the 50%, and as the gate starts to drop, I start to engage with the throttle. I don't let off the clutch immediately because this helps me to keep myself in balance and my front end doesn't raise too heavily. Now also the second thing is that my dirt bike moves forward, but the rear tire doesn't start to spin mindlessly. So it's important that the first 5 to 10 meters you keep the clutch engaged while throttling off the gate. I like to keep my both legs down still. They are still not touching the ground, but they are behind the foot pegs here. This is because this helps me to keep my upper body in front, and the second thing, my dirt bike is stable. I don't fall to one side or another side. So that means that the weight is on the front end and I'm able to keep my front end low like this. This is the first 5 to 10 meters off the gate. My second gear gives me enough power so I don't need to change to a third gear. So, and the last step now is that we are 10 meters off the starting gate. Now we need to change the gear to the third one. It's super important that you change these gears at the right time, because the second gear only provides you enough power in the certain RPM levels. If the RPM levels go too high, you will lose power. That means you need to change the gear to the third gear. Now that our legs are on low here, we need to move back on the foot pegs with both of our legs. We stand up, the upper body goes up, and with a little bit clutch, we change the gear to the third gear while hammering the throttle. We don't let off the throttle on the starting line. We just are on the full throttle, and with a little bit clutch, we change the gear up. Let's quickly talk about the start system that a lot of dirt bikes have. This is something you can buy additionally but what it does is that it locks your front end in the low. Probably you have seen pro riders when they go to starts, everyone are locking in their front end, and this is basically, you click one button here and your front end stays low, and this means that it offers additional comfort when you go off the gate, because it keeps your front end low, and the first bump your front end gets, then the start this will hit off and your front end will go back to normal. So that's something, one additional feature that you may want to consider to buy, and it's really easy to use and really valuable and makes starting much better. So these were my quick tips for a perfect start. Obviously for a perfect start there are a lot of other aspects as well, which I will talk about in some of the next videos. I want to thank you for watching today. If you're not subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure that you subscribe, because for every week I try to put out different riding tips in this YouTube channel. And if you haven't yet, then find the link in the YouTube description for a free 30-minute online training. I made you a 30-minute video where I walk you through 9 secret riding tips from my 22 years of riding career, and from there you will find tips for body positions, cornering, jumping and so on. So this is totally for free. Just click the link in the YouTube description, sign up and watch the video. Thank you for watching today, and see you in the next episode.